Hi, I'm Michelle, and today I am going to show you how I made a jacket for myself. Well, during this last week, I put up this post on my Instagram, this poll on my Instagram, and I decided, well, then we will go and make this Vintage McCall's pattern. It is vintage 1991. It's the McCall's 5721, and it's in the size medium. I was thinking about making this video a bit different. I actually sat down and wrote the script, so I'm gonna narrate what's gonna happen now. So let's jump into that. Okay, so here we start. This is the fabric that I chose. It is called Scuba Suede, and what made me decide on that is that I really liked the jackets BTS wore recently that are made out of suede. Over here, just taking out the roadmap, checking which pattern pieces I need. There's two jackets, jacket A and jacket B, and I chose jacket B. Just looking for the correct pieces. The Scuba Suede actually does have a bit of stretch in it, and this is a pattern that didn't need stretch material, so I actually, let's see if it does show. Well, I stretched the material a few times to think of how I want to place the patterns. There's the sleeve. So yeah, I'm just pinning it. I decided to cut it on the non-stretch grain, I think that's what you can call it. And also the sleeve, because I wanted to make it a bomber jacket and not necessarily the jacket that they have on the thing there, on the pattern. There was a few modifications because I hate myself. I just decided, well, let me make it as difficult as possible. So also in this there's a lot of Ribtrim happening, a lot of modifications on how they assembled it. I assembled it differently. Yeah, I'm just placing this specific piece is the back, so it's there on the center fold. Just the thing that I like to do myself is to place the pattern pieces economically, so I can have the maximum amount of, use the maximum amount of fabric and also have the most left, because then you can always make something out. I placed these pattern pieces and I actually had 1.5 meters left that I can possibly make something out of it additionally. At this point I realized that I need to be careful about what I listen to. As I'm watching this, I remember I was listening to the podcast called Cults, and all I can think of is the FLES. Mistakes. Here I'm just cutting the pieces, making sure that I remember to add the tabs to put together the thing properly. Center back. That piece that I'm cutting right now, that is one of the panels for the zip, to make the zip properly. Yep, I'm taking the chalk paper to mark the pockets. There. Off camera, I forgot to say that there's a collar that I cut out of Ribtrim. So yeah, there's one of the front panels. Now here I was feeling very strong. You see, that's the pocket. I need 4 pockets. So I decided to fold this whole thing and actually cut it all at once. Feeling very strong, Michelle. Very strong. So yeah, I'm just referring to my roadmap because it is complicated thinking about how to just assemble the front panel because it doesn't look like it's all straight. But as soon as you sew it and you iron it, you'll see the lines straighten out. Just the first front panel. There we go. Sewing front panel, top neck to the middle. I just used a normal straight stitch here. I just decided it's gonna be easier. It's on the non-stretch grain, so yeah. I already added, as you can see there, the collar Ribtrim added, and now I'm just gonna add this tab that roadmap coming up. Add the tab that sandwiches the zipper to the front and the back, making it very neat. You'll see also I mainly didn't overlock this piece because the Scuba is so wonderful. You don't need to overlock Scuba. Yeah, this is the next day. So what happened was I ran out of Ribtrim, so I went to my local, got Ribtrim. As you can see, there's a zip that I actually bought because I thought if I add the Ribtrim at the bottom, modifying it, I'm gonna need 5 cm longer zip. Here I'm just measuring the Ribtrim. As you can see, there's my wrist, seeing how much Ribtrim I need. This is all futile because eventually I'm gonna rip this out of that sleeve because I wanted a tighter sleeve. Just putting it to the sleeve. The camera was going nuts and I don't understand why. Okay, there. Just measuring it. Also, by this time, I decided to ditch the roadmap. The roadmap actually told me to put in the zip, but I decided to sew the sleeves up first to make it easier to add the Ribtrim at the bottom of this jacket. Cut the second sleeve. So yeah, I'm adding the pockets, and you can probably not notice, but they are the wrong way around. So eventually, after sewing the whole thing together, I ripped out this piece and put the pockets in correctly. I mean, I didn't think about what I was doing there. I was referring to the roadmap, but obviously not very good. It's completely... Michelle! Why are you doing this wrong? Because the problem is the tabs also line up. You know, don't think because the tab is there, but it could be either of these two ways. The other thing that I enjoy about this pattern is right now you're gonna see me put the sleeve in. Now there is an easier way to pin the sleeve, but I chose to what they do is they put in some stitches into the sleeve to make it easier to pin, but I choose to suffer. So even though I did choose to suffer and not do as they suggested, it did go in quite good. Even afterwards when I checked it, when you check it now, there's no wrinkles or anything in there. That's where I also enjoy working with a Scuba, because it has some stretch in it. I could stretch it out and just make sure that it fits the sleeve. There we go, one sleeve in. Now I think I added the second sleeve already here, and now we're gonna sew up the side of it. This is what I like about this pattern, is it's one straight sew from cuff to the bottom of the jacket. There's Charlie helping me. Oh, he's such a good boy helping me. It's just one straight stitch from the bottom to the top of the sleeve cuff to put this jacket together. Just a pity this part I'm pinning right now, I ripped out the seam ripper. Great job, So here I am fitting the jacket. I really like the fit of it. I like Jimin and Taeyang judging me there. I know. So here I am fitting it. It was quite oversized. I kind of like it like that. It reminds me of how Chamdor also wears his oversized jackets. Here I realized what's happening with the pockets. Like, WTF? What? So I'm like, this can't be right. Where's my phone? Put the phone in the pocket. That's when I realized you stuffed up. Yeah, I also decided the sleeves, as I pull them up, they don't stay put. I didn't like that. But that's the fun. Look at my posture. I'm not happy at all about this. Not happy about the sleeves. Not happy about the pocket. That's the thing about making your own clothes, guys. I could go out, rip it out, and modify it.
Essentially bring it to this person and they conduct a prayer or an anointing ceremony called a pluk. Basically, that is just a way for a wandering soul, a wandering child's soul to enter this doll.
Okay.
And then,
as you can see, here I added some Ribtrim. Also, that was an excerpt of what I was listening to. I was listening to Creep Street. Yeah, it's my first time adding open-ended zipper, so I didn't really intensely focus on it because I was scared I was going to screw it up, and I technically did screw it up. It's uneven sewing. From far you can't see it, but I know it's there. Yeah, I'm just pinning it in, making sure when I pin the other side that it's even. Also my first, like I said, my first time doing it, I was kind of nervous, so I didn't show a lot of it. This next part, it's me adding Ribtrim to the cuff of it. I just coated it with pins and just lined up the Ribtrim by stretching it to make sure that I don't have any puckering or weirdness when I wear it. Also not part of the original jacket, but as I said before, it's my jacket and I decided, well, this is the way it's gonna be. There's a lot of things with this original design. Luckily it's a big oversized design, so I felt that there was a lot of space that you could modify the jacket to become a bomber jacket. Just make sure as I'm stretching and pinning that it's even all around. There we go. So here I'm just taking out that arm and stretching it. Now here I had some PTSD from the previous time I sewed the sleeve. I sewed myself into the sleeve, into the machine, and broke a needle. So fun times. And that's it. This is basically the finishing touch to my jacket. So now let me show you 4 outfits that this jacket could go into.
guys. That's my outfit. To show you the sleeve, how I modified it from being that big sleeve to that. So if I do pull it up, it doesn't fall down. Ah!
전환근 내려주세요. 아니 이거 좀 거다이 잘 돼요. 다 거드세요. 기선제압 아니에요 저거? 정우이한테 배웠습니다. 또 정우이한테 배웠습니다. 다 거다이지.
And also I really love the fabric. I will definitely use velvet scuba again. As you can see, even on camera, it doesn't look obnoxious velvety. It feels very good. Even the other side of it is comfortable. It's not scratchy or anything. Here's what I talked about, the rib trim. The extra edge on the rib trim, it comes up to about additional 5 centimeters, so I had to buy an extra zipper. This jacket I think eventually costed me, I don't want to lie to you, 400 rand. But look, it's a lot of money. I understand it's a lot of money. How many days? It took me 3 days to make. But I do know, as you could see by the outfits, it's definitely worth that money for me. I could have gone out and I could have bought this jacket at Mr. Price. So if you maybe don't have the skills and you maybe enjoy the outfits and you want to maybe put together the outfit for yourself, I will link the Mr. Price jacket down below. I'm not affiliated or anything. That's the story of my 1991 bomber jacket. I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it. It reminds me of my K-pop boys, Chanyeol. It reminds me of Jungkook. Of course, I would do everything in the name of K-pop. So I guess that's it, guys. See you next week. Stan Super M, guys. See you next week. Bye. So I just did a few outfits, and just so you all know, aftermath, guys. Now I have to sort all my bags out again. Also, while you're standing Super M, Stan NCT, guys. Stand them before it's too late.